Hello everybody, and welcome back to another installment of a video on the project that we're doing in Kenya. It's been a few days since I posted a video, and it's because I don't have any updated content from the project right now because the contractors are busy trying to put the finishing touches, especially on the inside, and also they're working on the outside trying to get a lot of the drainage pipes and the sewer lines actually installed. But there's going to be a site visit in the next coming 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks, and at that point I'm going to have somebody take a lot of video, take a lot of pictures, so that I can provide a video update on that. Today I wanted to come on and answer some of the questions I've been seeing in a lot of the comments on my videos. One of the more common questions I've been asked, including even in the DMs, has been, hey, what camera are you using, especially when you're monitoring the site? So I use a camera called the Eufy cameras, and these are easily available on Amazon, and anybody can purchase this. But before I get into that and show you some of these cameras, I wanted to take a minute and talk about a couple of things. If you're planning on building anywhere remote, if you're in the diaspora, you live in the city, or you're not going to be present at the site all the time, do yourself a favor and find a way to monitor the site. You want to be able to take a look remotely and see that the construction is actually going on. There have been several stories we've heard that people are starting a project, and then when they get over there, they find out that there was never a project going on. It was just a ghost, and they were receiving pictures from the neighbor's project or another project down the road. So do yourself a favor. Before you even break ground, I want you to take a minute, invest in a camera that can be connected either by 4G telephone, regular cell phone signal, or through Wi-Fi. So for the project that I have going on, I was able to start the project because I knew this was going to be in my family compound. I was there when we were breaking the ground, and then I had my sister take pictures every single day. And every time she took pictures, I knew that this is the site that I had just left. And like there was actually a project going on. It took me a few months, but down the road when we were about to get closer to the roof, I was like, I need to see what the progress looks like, because I can't just depend on waiting on photos that will come, let's say at the end of the day when my sister gets off work. So what I ended up doing is I purchased this camera off Amazon. This is by no means the only camera you need to have. I'm just saying that you need to have a way to monitor the progress on your site. This specific camera that I ended up purchasing, I'm gonna pull up its specification right here on the Amazon website, and I'm looking on my laptop here. This camera is the Eufy Security 4G LTE camera S330. It is a 4K powered by solar, meaning you don't need to connect it anywhere. It's gonna have a solar panel attached to it. It's wireless. It has a pan and tilt function built in. And some of the videos I'm gonna be playing here, you're gonna see some of these videos, you will see myself panning all the way around the property and actually tilting up and down. And I can actually zoom in and get a closer image if I need to do that. Like I said, it's 4G, and the specific camera I bought was Wi-Fi capable, and it can be in dual mode. This camera has AI tracking attached to it. So basically when it detects a human being, it's gonna capture that video by itself. If it detects a car, it's gonna follow that car until that car disappears off the frame. It came with a SIM card. Now, one thing I have to say about the 4G, this 4G is only enabled on networks that are in the US. So if you're gonna be using this same camera on somewhere overseas, in Kenya, Tanzania, or anywhere in Africa, you're gonna need to connect this camera to Wi-Fi. So you need to find a way to have a Wi-Fi modem close to the site that you're trying to monitor. This camera came with a 32 gigabyte SD card. We are in January 2025. I haven't even filled 2 gigabytes on that SD card. So it's a lot of space on that SD card. Scrolling down, let me tell you a little bit about this camera and some of the other features that it has. The battery that it has is a 9400 milliampere hours battery. But as long as sunlight comes out during the daytime, the battery is fully charged with those small little solar panels that come on top. There is obviously, like I said, seamless connectivity with the 4G LTE, but in Kenya, I'm using a Wi-Fi modem that I bought from Safaricom, put in a little SD card, SIM card in that modem, and then every now and then, I would say about once a month, or maybe like once every 2 months, I will top up that internet data with about maybe 1,500 to 2,000 shillings. That approximately adds up to about $15 every 2 months. So it's not very expensive. It's actually very affordable. As far as the quality of the picture, I get 4K resolution images. So if I log in, and as you're seeing some of these images I'm playing on the screen, when I log into this camera and I'm playing across some of the, trying to monitor the site, it has an option on the app where I can hit record. And while I'm recording, it's saving onto the internal memory card, right? The image that is being recorded and saved is literally 4K resolution. I have the clarity. If it's a beautiful, clear day, I can see straight across the roof, and I can even tell the faces and anybody that is actually walking around the site. And finally, I talked about the AI tracking. This is something I think that they need to work on and improve, because where I have these cameras mounted is just a little bit further back, so I can actually capture the entire construction site. So sometimes the camera is just a little bit too far to capture exactly the faces of individuals. If it was to be mounted closer to the ground and maybe closer to the building, it will not miss anything. But this camera is literally mounted on a different property and is just pointing down towards the building. So sometimes it does miss a little bit, but that was not the objective. The objective was to monitor the progress on site and make sure that work that I'm being told is being done is actually being done. This camera network can also come with other solar cameras that record in 2K. Some of them will have a continuous recording, meaning 24-hour recording. This specific camera can connect to what they call like a home base. So you can have like a home base in the house, and then you can take several of these cameras, and then like they will be able to record continuously and store that data in that home base, that you don't have to depend on the cloud. So those are some of the benefits of this camera. But now that I've used it since August last year, I can tell you right now, there are several things when I look at it and I'm like, I don't like that camera very much. I like the picture. I can dial in from an app anywhere across the world as long as I have internet access and I can see everything. However, one of the things that I get frustrated with this camera is sometimes when you're watching things at night, the picture is completely black and white. And sometimes you can't even tell the images of the people that, are on camera. Another thing that kind of frustrates me is this camera does not work without internet. Meaning, once the internet connectivity goes off, the camera is as good as useless. I can't dial in and take a look at it, obviously. And I'll have to wait until, let's say, one of my family members is up during the day so they can actually top up with credit. Another thing that kind of gets me frustrated is the fact that sometimes it takes long to capture that AI tracking they talked about. Sometimes someone can walk almost halfway into the field of vision before the camera picks up and says, hey, there's somebody over there walking. And then essentially you're catching like half of the person disappearing out of the frame. So those are some of the things I wish that they could work on. But then again, like I said, the camera is a little bit further back onto like the other neighboring property. And maybe that's why it's not able to catch these movements as fast as it's supposed to. Beyond that, I think I'm very happy that I purchased this camera. Like I said, the whole point of this video is just to encourage anybody that is out there building and putting a project out there to remember, please find a way to buy cameras to observe and monitor your construction site. If not every day, every other day. Sometimes you never know what's happening at a site. You just need to see that, hey, they say that the foundation was laid, but was it actually laid? Whenever that delivery is being made, in this video right here, that is a couple of times where you see deliveries being made. One truck delivered the gutters that was going to be installed on the house. Another different truck actually delivered the windows and stuff like that. So when I know somebody's about to arrive on site, I can just, even when I'm at work, just put on a headphone, touch the app on the phone and dial in and see these items being delivered, live on the screen. When they say, hey, we brought, 20 bags of cement, I'm like, okay, have they arrived? Yes, okay. And then I can just dial in and watch them unload the bags of cement just to make sure, this is what happened. Sometimes you want that type of observation and monitoring because you never know when someone can say like, hey, this is what's going on. But when you show up, especially for those who live away from Kenya, you don't want to show up and then find that there was never a project happening, that you've spent all this money and you're pretty much left holding nothing. So do yourself a favor. I'm not sponsored by Eufy Cameras. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just wanted to share what I did to make sure I can keep a close eye on the project, not only for making sure that something is going on, but also to satisfy my own curiosity to see what milestones have happened. Where has the project gone to? It's almost like that feedback where it's saying, I'm sending all this money to get this done, but I can't really see what's happening in real time. So this camera allowed me to be able to see that in real time. This camera is on Amazon. You can get on there and purchase it. As a matter of fact, I think they always have sales. I bought 2 of these cameras, so I have one for the front and one for the back. They are listed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link of this camera in the description of this video. So if you're interested in taking a look at it, you can go straight to the link. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. I'm just trying to share some knowledge, and maybe if this camera doesn't fit your needs, now you will have a base from where you can start searching for the camera that might fit your needs. I hope this answers your question, and until next time, take care of yourself and take care of one another.